Here we are with the one, the only Moses Motovu, the Ugandan Mamba Snake, the legend of the boxing ring, probably the best cruiserweight journeyman on the circuit at the moment. Moses, how are you getting on, mate?
Thanks for the respect, you know what I mean? I'm out here doing my thing as usual, you know. Thanks for the respect, thank you for the love, you know what I mean? I'm out doing my thing, you know.
How did you fought Jose Lopez today? He looked spectacular. He looks a fantastic cruiserweight, doesn't he?
He looks the business, you know. He's got the size. I mean,
he's 6'4", is he?
Whew, yeah. He was some size cut like a Greek god, you know what I mean? But hey, you know what I mean? You take it as it comes, you know, because I really was ready for it today, and I really wanted to put in work, and I put in work, but depending on the opposition, you know what I mean, there was not much I could really do. That's the life of a journeyman, isn't it? Yeah.
So when you see a guy coming to the ring like that, that size, you thinking, fucking hell, it's not the easiest night, or what are you thinking?
Mama didn't tell me there would be days like this, all right? But, you know, it is part of the job because, you know, since we get the fights on short notice, you never really know what the guy is like. And I'm not really in the business of watching guys' videos.
Especially as his debut as well.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, you can't really dig up as much information on him. But when I saw him coming in the ring, I'm like, boy, I'm really in trouble here. But, you know, I mean, I had to pull out every trick in the book, you know?
And you started looking a little bit more comfortable in the fourth round, which you do hold a little back for the fourth round, I know that. But in the fourth round, you were looking for that big right hand, a little bit of a shuffle came in, and even the referee interrupted you throwing a big right hand after you did a shuffle. What happened there?
You know, I think he really was not into my really trying to show off. So he's like, if you win the fight, fair enough, you can really show off. But I got a little comfortable because he's still amateurish. You know, I don't really want to, like, you know, put it down on his game. But, you know, if he really sits down on them punches, he can really be very devastating. As lanky as he is. You know, you notice some talent, you know, when you have done it as long as I've been doing it, you know? Yes.
You wouldn't like to be fighting a guy like that in his 10th fight, would you?
No. I mean, that would really be trouble for me. But then again, he really looked like trouble for me until I really found out he was really a little bit light on his feet, which really worked out to my advantage, you know? I guess I can do that now before he really gets in a few more fights. But in his 6th fight, he will really be trouble for somebody in the professionals.
So how many fights have you had now, Moses?
I think we're probably talking about 57 now, 56.
And how many do you reckon you go to?
How many what?
How many will you go to? What will you go to? As long as you're feeling happy enough with it?
You know, I mean, if Tim Alio are good enough to sign me for another year, you know, based on my last performances, we're going to sit down and see what's happening. We might put in another year and maybe another 20 fights, and we'll see it again after a year. You know?
Out of all those fights, what was your toughest night?
Out of all those fights, what was my toughest night? You know, recently I fought Simon Valili for the 2nd time. And he really got me with the right hand that really made me think about doing this anymore. But, you know, I took it head on. I went home, you know, I had a couple of weeks, sat with the wife, and we thought we're still okay to do this. You know, as long as I can still put in the hill runs and the walk with Sam in the gym, East Side Boxing.
And which is the fight that you thought, you know what, I should have got a little bit of a nod there, at least a draw, or maybe a win, but you never got anything?
You know what?
Stephen Reynolds, maybe?
I really put in work on that. Put in work on that. But
I know, you gave me a heart attack.
He really hustled the fight out of me. I'll have to be very honest with you. You know, in the last fight, he gave more than I gave. You know, you have to be honest where, you know, you got to give the truth where, the truth is deserved. And he hustled it out of me in the last round. But I put up a hell of a fight. I hope I really earned his respect too.
That was probably your best performance that I've seen you in. But the fight you had here with Wadi Camacho, I thought it was a great fight for you.
It was was a great fight for me. And when you say which fight would you think was probably a draw or would have been yours, I don't think I really won that fight. But as far as fairness goes, I think a draw would have been fair enough for me in his first fight. But, you know, that's a long time ago, and he's moved on to other things, and my career has moved in another direction. You know.
That was the Frampton fought that night, top of the bill, was it?
Yes, he did. Knocked a boy out of Glasgow out. Yes, yeah, right. Yes.
So what have you got planned now? What's between now and the end of the year? What's up for Moses Motovu?
Tim Ali is trying to get me about 4 fights in. I think we're going to take him. You know, probably have one in Downpatrick, and probably come back to the mainland for another 3 fights. And I think that will be me ending the year. And based on those performances, hopefully we can get Tim Alio to sign me for another year, you know?
Will you be the home fighter in Downpatrick or the away fighter?
I think I will be the away fighter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who's that potentially against?
I think it will probably be against a Big Sexy.
Big Sexy.
Yeah, he's making big moves in the heavyweight division.
A lot of knockouts.
And he's some size, all right, you know.
You must have sparred with him already, though.
Nah. I've never sparred him. You know, that's a funny thing about really like being in the same hometown with some of the fighters.
Yeah.
You know, you never really cross paths. But here we are again.
Yeah.
You know, he's making big moves there. So, I mean, the odds are stacked against me, and you know how it is.
So that's 1st of November, is it, in Downpatrick?
It is 1st of November in Downpatrick, yes.
Listen, hopefully I'll be there. Lovely to see you. Great to talk to you as always, mate. And good luck in the rest of your career.
Leonard, as always, thank you for the support. In IFL TV, I think it is now.
Yes, it.
I'm loving it, man. Kogan Cassius, you know how it is. Mr. Helder, love you guys. Thank you for the support. Peace out.